Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Colonation Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 53, and in the last episode we left off in Gadian Port, which you just saw me leaving, and we're headed over to the Kaminko manor thingamajiggy, because we need to track down Purr's grandfather so that we can get our freaking scooter fixed so we can go across the desert and not get stuck and almost die, because dying is bad. But before we can do that, we're going to be stopped by the amazing midget Chobin. Or Chobin, depending on how you want to say it. But I'm going to say Chobin. You must be yet another burglar. Why are there so many burglars? Chobin am I. And Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminko. Chobin is still the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. I like this guy's reasoning. Anyway, you get dragged into a battle here against your will, although it kind of is your will because you came here in the first place. But I'm not going to get into technicalities. He starts off with Sunkern just like he did last time, but he has a new Pokemon, Gyarados, which is, if you ask me, completely random. And it kind of sucks because I am not prepared to take on a Gyarados right now because why did I say it like that? Oh god. I don't have an electric type Pokemon, so I'm kind of in trouble here. I'm going to just have to whittle it down very, very slowly because Gyarados is very bulky and difficult to knock out if you don't have an electric type Pokemon. Sunkern goes down very easily, and as you can see, Heat Wave does almost nothing to Gyarados. It probably would help if I could burn him. One, to lower his attack because he likes to spam Thrash. That is a lot of damage. It will confuse him after 2 or 3 turns, depending. But if you don't have an electric type move, the chances of you knocking it out before it gets confused are pretty slim anyway. So I guess that might be an advantage to try to take advantage of, if that makes any sense. We're going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here to get a status condition on him and to lower his attack, as I said, to soften the blow of those Thrashes. But it's still going to do a considerable amount of damage. Trapinch is only going to be able to survive one more of those. I mean, he's not even going to be able to survive one more of those, is what I meant to say. And my attacks really aren't doing any damage. The burn damage in between turns is doing more. I guess I'll go for another feint attack. And, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I do. Dig doesn't affect it because it's flying type. And my fire type attacks are not very effective. I might as well just go for Heat Wave and do a little bit of damage. And come on, attack Vulpix. Thank you. The luck went my way. He should be confused after this turn if he doesn't die. But that's going to be iffy. The burn damage might kill it. No, not quite. Looks like he has 1 HP left, if that. Maybe half an HP. But we're going to go for the Flamethrower to ensure that Heat Wave doesn't miss. Because I'd rather get out of this battle unscathed. Sort of-ish. And by unscathed, I mean without losing a Pokemon. And we get some decent experience. And Chobin goes down. If you picked up Mareep at the beginning of the game, or if you're using one of the Rolf's evolutions and it still has Shockwave, or if you picked up Voltorb, this battle is very, very easy, but that wasn't the case for me. Oh, this is devastating to Chobin. Chobin demands a rematch. But you just lost, man. You can't just have a rematch just like that. What is the meaning of all your shouting? And here comes Dr. Kaminko, and I have to say, I love everything about this dude. First of all, his glasses are amazing. His hair is amazing. The fact that he's wearing a lab coat over, like, overalls with pants pulled up way over his belly button is awesome. And they're striped and, like, pink. And, yeah, I'm just going to stop. Burglar? A burglar, you say? No mercy need be given to a burglar. Let the just completed it handle him. That's never good when evil genius doctors are like, unleash the it. It's just bad news. I said it. Yeah. I don't know what you're referring to now. Chobin understands. It is. So where is this it that you're talking about? You wait. You are going to get it. I know. You keep telling me you're going to sick it on me, and I'm going to get it. Blah, blah, blah. Bye, Chobin. He's leaving. Now what? Well, you have an opportunity to heal because there is another battle coming up. And let's see, do I need to? Maybe I can switch out Trapinch because he's not going to last very long. I'll switch him out for Aron. And the next battle is very heavy on grass-type Pokemon. So I'm going to keep Vulpix out there and keep, whatchamacallit, Golbat for reserves. Anyway, say no to his question there. So your intention is to burgle no matter what. No matter what. Well, I don't know why I put a CH at the end of that. A harsh lesson needs to be taught. Okay. Whatever. Fine. Let us begin. This is really building up the suspense here. Tweet? Who says tweet? Let thunder tear the skies and rend the earth. The time has come for the ultimate Robo Pokemon to finally reveal itself. Come hither, Robo Groudon. Oh, dang. This is what he's been working on in his basement that we weren't allowed to see. Top secret. This thing's kind of freaking weird, if you ask me. And it's even weirder because Chobin is the one manning it. Oh, and it comes out of the creepy, suspicious fountain. I knew there was something that was going to happen with that fountain. It was just too suspicious. And it had the matching Groudon statue. Oh man. Thing looks weird. Robo Groudon, go! Growl! This is who you battle. You've been warned. Yeah, you warned me like a million times through that dialogue. But anyway, this is actually a boss battle, and it has the boss music and everything. Robo Groudon, Chobin. He's going to begin with Sunflora and Gyarados. So apparently, through the about 45 seconds that Chobin was in the basement, Sunkern evolved, and that's who he begins with. So, this battle's a lot more difficult because not only that, but not only has Sunkern evolved, but he has 2 additional Pokemon as well, and he likes to use Sunny Day and benefit from that, with the exception of Gyarados, of course, because Gyarados doesn't really care about the sun too much. So we're gonna get rid of Sunflora first with Flamethrower. Should knock it out, which it does. Because things can just get messy. I'm not sure if it knows Leech Seed or if it knows Solar Beam or whatever, but it does have the Chlorophyll ability, so it becomes instantly twice as fast once the sun comes out. He's going to send out Hoppip as Sunflora's replacement, and Gyarados knows Bite instead of Thrash, although he also knows Thrash here. Stupidly, he uses it on Aron, which just isn't very effective. And we're going to go for the Headbutt, which probably won't do that much damage. No, because we did get our attack lowered from Intimidate. Hoppip is pretty much the easiest Pokemon to knock out ever, because it's just so fragile. But we're going to go for the Heat Wave, and if it does hit it, it'll knock it out in one hit. Hoppip doesn't have very good defenses to begin with, and the fact that it's unevolved works against it even more. And of course, Heat Wave's not going to do that much to Gyarados. I was mainly doing it just to see if I could get a burn condition by chance. That didn't happen, of course. And his last Pokemon is going to be Tropius, which is a very bulky Pokemon. It's very difficult to knock out in one hit, but it is quad weak to Ice. So you have a chance to knock it out in one hit if you have Ice Beam on your side, or Roar Beam, or anything of that nature. Okay, well, let's see. We'll just keep spamming the headbutts on Gyarados, and we'll use Flamethrower on Tropius to try to knock it out in one hit, which, it's going to be iffy. It does have a lot of special defense. Not quite. Not quite. It survives. And Gyarados is beginning to thrash around, and that does a crap ton of damage to Vulpix. And Razor Leaf, if this hits Vulpix, even though it's not very effective, it's probably going to knock him out because he only has 4 HP left. Yep. Down he goes. Goodbye, Vulpix. You did well. Vulpix did do really well, so I can't be mad that he got knocked out. And we're going to send out Vaporeon here instead of Golbat, which is an interesting move considering he's weak to Razor Leaf, right? But we have Ice Beam. And Gyarados is almost dead, so we should be able to finish this whole battle in maybe 2 turns. Let's see here. We're going to go for the Ice Beam on Gyarados and actually try to knock it out right now. And it gets a critical hit, so Gyarados goes down, which means if Aron survives, we can end this battle right now with a headbutt to Tropius. He goes for the Razor Leaf. And no critical hits, please. Nope. Aron survives, so this battle is over, and Vaporeon ended up avoiding it anyway, and the luck has turned around. Down goes Tropius, and down goes Robo, Groudon, Chobin. This was a much better battle than the first one, but still, Chobin is no match for us. You need to evolve that, whatchamacallit, Hoppip. That was the weak link, man. Robo, Chobin. I can never think of his name. I don't know why. I keep wanting it to be like Chobin. Something that sounds less stupid. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just going to stop talking about this because apparently my brain just doesn't want to work today. Our alleged burglar is merely Chobin's acquaintance and a child no less. How did you not know I was a child? You've been like staring at me and threatening to kill me for the past 10 or 15 minutes. And you didn't happen to realize that I was a child? Come on now. You're an evil genius. For real. Ha! We're dropping development of the Robo Kyogre. Oh, apparently that was the other invention that he was working on, which makes sense. It's finished, over and done with, kaput. The whole Robo Pokemon plan is cancelled. Doctor, wait! Please, Chobin would like to keep the Robo Groudon, so he's going to keep it, and you will be able to fight him later on. I believe it's completely optional after this fight, but you can come back and fight him again, and he evolves his Hoppip finally. Chobin wants to know what brought you here today. Mackin is in the manor. Chobin suggests you go in and have a look. In the meantime, Chobin must do repairs on Robo Groudon. And I love this line. Coalition taught Chobin the PDA number. After he asks for your number, you have to teach it to him. Most of the time, you just give people your number, but you have to teach it to him. And I think that's hilarious. Because I just do. Leave me alone. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go over here to the right. Mackin is through the other door on the other side of the manor, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And this leads us into this ridiculously weird-looking crane room with all these color-coded cranes that... Oh, Grimer's ready to be purified. Hooray. But, yeah, basically you need to follow the cranes. And there's not a whole lot down here for us, honestly. The only thing of worth to us is going to be this battle CD that's on the floor over there, but can't seem to get myself over there. I feel like I'm going around in a circle here. There's an item down at the bottom there. As you can kind of sort of see, there's a chest down there, and you can also see Mackin's green hat at some points. There he is, standing, just staring at the Robo Kyogre. Okay, well, let's grab the battle CD. There is an item chest over there by where the purple crane is in the bottom left-hand corner, but I'm not going to go check it out. You know, I'm not going to read through the whole thing because it is Jovi's diary, and it just is basically there for comic relief. You don't get anything for reading through it. Yeah, Joey's random diary, 1 and 2. No, I don't want to read that. I have no interest. She just talks about Chobin and all kinds of other stuff, but it's completely irrelevant to the game, and it's not even really a side quest. It's more of a comic relief thing, and I'm not interested in it. I don't like fun. Fun is bad, especially when it has to do with Jovi. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. In the next episode, we're going to track down Mackin in the basement and get him to work on our scooter, finally. But thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 54. Game on!